gotta shave my mustache. Channel. For those of you who are new, I'm not sure how you got here, but certainly I'm glad you came. And if you are new here, well, you're in for a treat. All right, if you enjoy beauty, horror, and a little bit of commentary thrown in between, then I suggest you go ahead and subscribe for the low price of $0. I will tell you a random fact about myself. Today's random fact: I almost got a tattoo on my hand because I needed to feel something. No, just kidding. I actually just really wanted a hand tattoo, but I'm still looking for a job, so it seemed like not a good plan at the time. All right, and here are my socials. Send me puppies, send me cute animals, and also really cute spiders. Did you know that there are spiders that have paws and it's freaking adorable? Okay, so what are we here with today? I thought I would use some of the new things that I have in my collection and listen, and we would just get ready and chat and have a good time, because I do enjoy just like hanging out and having some fun and not having like a lot of pressure. You may hear my air conditioning. I'm just gonna go ahead and get started, and I'm gonna be putting the Marc Jacobs Undercover primer on while I do that. My hands are clean. Don't freak out. You know, it's weird. It's very weird because like I have to kind of wait. I finally got over a migraine. My mother, lesson learned, gave me this alkaline water, and I just really didn't think about it. I should have, because I'm a sensitive person, and that like any kind of new thing to my body immediately, my body is it just rejects everything. So basically, alkaline water, migraine, because the store alkaline water apparently tends to have far more a pH than we're used to, and most of us are acidic. This is stuff I learned. I went and did some research because it was the only new thing that I had introduced, and I was like, I figure out where I got this migraine from. And anybody who knows and has migraines, you know, you have to like kind of figure out what the trigger was. And I was like, I haven't changed anything except this. And it was triggered by that. So I have basically been just like assed out with this migraine. It was horrible. It got a little bit better, and then I was like nauseous, guys, like to the point where I was like, I'm gonna die. Like I just, that's how I felt about it. I was like, okay, well, that's it. That's the end of my life. Thank you all for coming. But it's done now. I was nauseous and all that good stuff. So what have I been up to since I've been unemployed in the last time that we talked? Nothing. Do you see how this blurs my skin? Like, I just love this. Like, my skin went from just like, I hate you, to just like, just blurry. Like, it's just,
my name's Blurry Face and I care what you think.
Okay, so anyways, I like to get it like a little bit on my tiny eyebrows. Listen, we're not gonna, you know, speaking of eyebrows, that is a thing that I did. I got to do a podcast with Robert and James Welsh. I do not like to call them the Welsh brothers because they're like individuals. It's like the Dakotas, you know what I mean? They get like very upset if you're like the North Dakota, South Dakota. Not saying it's the same thing, but I'm just saying they're two individual humans. So I did get to do that. It was so fun, like ridiculously fun. So I got this in Influencer. I'm gonna just do this right quick so we can get moving. It is their Prisma Libre powder. It's a matte finished enhanced radiance loose powder, and because it is like living on the surface of the sun here in Texas, ooh, pretty, because it's like living on the surface of the sun here in Texas, like I cannot wear my makeup like I used to. It has a poof. These poofs, like I'm gonna try, but okay, we gon' I hate poofs. But, oh, it's nice, but it's like hella fragrant. We're gonna come in a little bit closer. Let's see. Look, you can still see the little square. Like, bitch, what? I kind of like to put it on, like, what the fuck? I don't like this poof. I'm gonna go in with a brush. Anyway, I did get to do that, and it was so fun. This is so weird. I don't like the delivery system here. Okay, we're gonna see if this is working. Oh, that's nice. That's nice. Okay. I'm getting in this phase where I'm just like a little bit of powder and concealer because it's like Satan's balls hot outside. It's so hot that even Bo is like, fuck this shit. Like, he's legitimately like, no thank you. He's currently assed out on the floor next to me, as is his usual if I'm filming, because he kind of like, he likes it, but he hates it. He likes that I'm home. I do worry about him. Anyway, but I did get to film a podcast. We recorded and filmed it. It was so fun and funny. And I know you're like, how did you get there from eyebrows? Because they have them. And it just genuinely is very upsetting to my psyche. Ooh, bitch. Okay. All right. That's kind of nice. Some luxury ass shit. Yo. Okay. Okay. That's kind of nice, you guys. I am going to put up however much this actually costs, because this was, you know, that influencer.
I am coming to you right now in my most expensive pair of sunglasses. These are Diff sunglasses. They are $100. I bought them 2 years ago, and I know you're sitting here like, Audra, why are you in the middle of your already long story to tell me this story? The reason I'm here to tell you this story is because that Givenchy powder is $58. Did you hear me? $58 hairs for some powder. I mean, granted, it was good powder, but anyway, that's how much it costs. If I had pearls, I would be clutching them. See y'all later.
Influencer, like, if you sign up for Influencer, you can get free shit. And listen, it's not always good shit. I'm not gonna lie. Like, sometimes it's weird things. And sometimes you think it's not good shit, but it's good shit. Like, I got dressing and I was like, why did you give me salad dressing? And now I love it. So, like, I feel like an idiot for being such a jerk about it. My feelings. All right. Also, I got this on pre-order. I bought the Midas Cosmetics Lemonade Palette. And I'm just gonna go in and play with it. Like, I don't really feel like doing all the eye primer bullshit, but I might try it. Who cares? Like, let's try to pretend that I'm somewhat of a beauty guru. I don't feel like it, but okay, let's play. Let's pretend. Anywho, it was such a delightful experience because, you know how sometimes you meet people and that you really like or admire, like whether they be celebrities or just people on YouTube, you know, YouTube celebrities, all right. But to me, I like to just kind of dot it like this because it's nice. This little brush does nothing else but this. And I feel like I got this in some random beauty box. It says good night. This is what this brush does. Anyway, you know, but it's very nerve-wracking because you're always like, ugh. And that's my general feeling, is I always just feel like whoever the person, like, I just feel like don't meet your heroes. Do you know what I mean? That's what I often feel like. Like, don't meet your heroes because they suck. And it was not like that at all. And I just thought it was so fun and funny. And I was just like, oh my God. So that happened and it was amazing. I was so nervous to do it. And because I get nervous all the time. I get like very nervous about doing things like that because I generally always feel like it's gonna go bad or like somehow like I'm gonna fuck it up. So like, since I feel like that all the time, like, listen, I'm not a fatalist by any stretch of the word. I just always get like really stressed out that like cause I'm so weird. So I was just stressed out that like, oh, I'm really weird. And I hope that like, that it's okay. But it was so fun. So like that's happened. Apparently I made a video. Apparently, I act like I didn't know that I made said video, edited it, and uploaded it to YouTube. That's ridiculous. I made a video about Jeffree Star that did, for the most part, really well. Like there's not a lot of negative comments, which I was expecting that to happen, and it didn't. So I was like really surprised by that, if I'm gonna be perfectly honest. Like, yeah, I was super surprised by that. I thought that that was gonna be a fucking problem. Like, I really did. I was like, ooh, this is gonna be rough. The stands are coming. But I'm a small YouTuber, and so they don't come looking for me. Yay. And then just like a completely random ass side note. Like, legitimately, I thought that, ooh, there's a little bit of fallout, which I wasn't expecting, but it's fine. Yeah, so that video was fun, and I did that. And then in my actual life, job hunting, I thought I was really close to finding something this time. Ugh, that did not go over well. I didn't find it. I didn't get it. That sucked, but it is what it is. I am not giving up though. Although I am worried, like, I don't know, I'm a little stressed about having to go back to work. Anybody who has anxiety knows what I'm talking about. Like, I just get a lot of anxiety around a lot of people, and I am kind of, actually really worried about that. Like, there's a deep worry I have about that whole situation. I did buy 2 more sets of these brushes from Moda Brush. This one is the detail brush. I guess that's a detail that I'm doing. I don't know. We know I just play with makeup, so don't come here for actual information. Because I discovered, if I like a brush, I just need to have as many of those brushes as possible. And if I'm going to be getting rid of brushes I don't like, then, the best thing to do is to get brushes I do like. All right. Anyhow, I'm still on that job hunt, but I am extraordinarily worried. I think I've talked about this before, but I just keep talking about it because I am actually, like, the stress levels are pretty high about it, about, like, getting back into the workforce and having to actually, like, regularly interact with people, because that's not something I actually really enjoy. And I think that, it took me turning 40 to, realize that. Listen, there is no need for rudeness. We don't need to be rude. But yeah, so I'm on this level right now where I'm just kind of a little bit stressed about finding a job. And what's been interesting though is the amount of, like, vitriol that I've been finding on Twitter of, like, people who are genuinely upset or saying things that to me don't really make sense. Like, they're just kind of sitting there being like, saying things like essential workers really, have the right to be mad at people sitting at home on unemployment because, the $600 is set to end on the 25th, I believe, is when it is set to end. And a lot of people who are unemployed are very, extremely nervous about this. Because, obviously the extra $600 was really what was helping people to be able to, like, go on and live their lives and buy groceries and, just eat food. It's weird to me that people, first of all, are in other people's pockets like that. Like, that's not your business anyway. But I think what's worse is, like, I was an essential worker, and let me just tell you, like, that shit was hella stressful, because you were just going out into the world, and the world was an absolute shit fest, and it was not a good time. It really was not a good time, and extraordinarily stressful, extremely nerve-wracking. You know what? I'm just gonna put this all over my lid because I want to, and I have, like, a stupid plan. So we're gonna see what happens with my stupid plan. Anyway, so it is a little awkward because I don't understand why the people are mad, because, like, here's the thing. Everybody who's unemployed is, like, most people are not happy about it. Like, they have bills to pay, they have food, they have rent, and none of those things are going to go away. And I just think it's so interesting that we have a government that's really not interested in doing anything to help, really, to be honest. And they're just like, oh, we just need to get these people back to work. And I'm like, to what jobs, though? Like, what jobs? Because there's 50 million people unemployed, and it's climbing every day because businesses are shutting down and closing. I just read that Ulta's closing like 19 stores. So I'm just like, there's everything's closing. Like business, we are in a depression. We're in a legitimate economic depression. And then you have people acting like people just want to sit at home and not do any work. And like, not like I have to justify anything to anybody, but like, I have been working. Like, this is my full-time gig currently until I have another job. And this is a lot, to be honest. Like, not like a lot and like, oh my God, it's so much. It's just, what it is you really have to get very disciplined and set a schedule for like when and how you're going to do things, because otherwise shit don't get done, like, at all. And that is beyond frightening. If I'm going to be honest, it's very, very scary, because like, if you don't set a schedule, then you don't get shit done. It has given me a taste of what it would actually be like if like YouTube was my full-time gig. And for the most part, it's not terrible. I think the biggest thing is because of my endometriosis, like, I do definitely have to get ahead of that. Like, for sure, I have to get ahead of any endometriosis problems that I may run into, because if endometriosis comes a knockin' while I am and I don't have content pre-filmed, like, I'm kind of in a fucked position, because I can't film during that, because I'm in a lot of pain a lot of times. I'm either in a lot of pain or I am exhausted. This is like a fire ass palette, y'all. Ooh, I'm so glad that I picked this up. Okay. And then it's weird because like they're just opening everything up. They're just like, yep, we're back to work. And we're just looking at them like, are you guys sure about this? And they're like, oh yeah, we're sure. And you're like, but like, are you sure? And they're like, oh yeah, we're totally sure. But like the cases are still going up. It's just so weird. It's the same way when we originally started opening, and I was just like, this seems like not a good plan. And it's just like the government sat there and goes, what do you mean it's a great plan? And then everything just like continued to get worse. And I don't know about y'all, but I feel like I would like to have a 2021. You know what I mean? Like, is 2021 too much to ask for? I feel like, because at this rate, we're not having Halloween, which I'm having Halloween, by the way. I don't care if we have to like get dressed up and have a YouTube party, you know, do a stream and have people in costume just like pop on and be like, what's up? And we're just gonna have Halloween that way, because I'll be damned if these mofos are taking my favorite day. I don't like Thanksgiving. I don't give a damn about Christmas. What I like is Halloween. Like, I wish all holidays were Halloween. Legit. Like, every last one. Wish it was Halloween. Okay? Listen, that doesn't have to be your life, but it's definitely mine. Ooh, this is so fun. I'm loving this palette. Rocio, this is some fire ass shit. We're all kind of watching this march, and again, it's just weird that there are people who are so invested in other people's bag, like, oh, they have a right to be mad. I'm like, we need, it's weird because it's like, no, you should actually be mad at the government that's done this. Like, that's who you really need to have that that like ire for, because it's the government that did this, and really they should have just shut everything the fuck down. And I feel like some people, like, it's misplaced anger, like they don't truly understand that like their job and the government together, just like they're the ones who did this to them, like not me, you know what I mean? Like, I didn't do that, and anybody else who's unemployed. And if they think that people would rather be like sitting here hoping that there is another stimulus plan while they keep trying to find another job and hope that they don't lose their homes, like, they're like dead ass wrong. I really don't feel like anybody who's on unemployment right now is thinking to themselves like, yay, you know, the majority. I'm not going to speak for everybody, but I don't feel like the majority of people on unemployment right now are just like, yay, I'm so glad that I am frightened for everything that is going to come. Like, I'm so happy that I have to be scared about whether or not I can pay bills and feed my family. Yay. You know, like I don't think that that's the situation at all. And it's weird that people seem to think that that is the situation, and it's just not. So that's been an interesting ordeal, to say the least. This is like so fun. You guys can't see it from there, but like all the different tones of the yellows are just so pretty. I'm having such a lovely time. All right. And just right quick, I do want to show you because there are some changes made to the packaging. So it's like more reflective. It's really pretty. All right. Hello. All right. So we're going to just get back in here. So sorry. I wanted to share. I wanted to share because this is pretty and it's fun and it's very, very lovely. Anyhow, I just think that people need to, one, you know, mind their own business, but two, but I think the interesting thing, let me just change that. And so, like, yes, they do need to mind their own business. But what I find so interesting about all of this is that if you legitimately stop and think about it for just like a second, this is the same kind of thing, like the vitriol that people have poured out. Oops, I just threw everything. All right. I'm like, I just threw everything. I've been having this other approach to putting my makeup on. I'm going to show you guys. I've been just using like a little bit of concealer. And I know you're like, a little bit, bitch. I'm like, it is a little bit. That's a little bit of concealer. I'm not trying to hear shit right now. I'm like, it is a little bit, okay? Just back up off me. My feelings. Okay. But it reminds me of like the good old days when people would just assume that everybody who was on food stamps or any of that, like that they were just like sitting at home doing nothing and like wanting to live off the teat of the government. And I'm not going to say that those people don't exist because that would be disingenuous. But let's get real. Most people are actually kind of like, most people don't want to do that. Like, you need stuff to do, like, as a human being. And the thing is, since we're not independently wealthy, it's not like I can just go to Pilates classes. Not that there's anything wrong with it, but you know what I'm saying. But it's not like because, you know, I can't go do other things. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, there's not like, oh, I'm going to do all of these things. I'm going to go to this workout class and I'm going to go to the, like, there's not a whole lot of, like, rich people things I can go do. I gotta grab my sponge, I gotta wet it right quick, and then I'll be right back. Just an FYI, I know I'm not centered, and I don't really like to be centered. I don't know why. I just like to be like on one side. Also, I like creeping you guys out with the clown in the background. Deal with it. I'm actually gonna go in with my Uoma Stay Wet foundation. This is my favorite foundation. If I'm gonna be honest, of all my foundations that I have still after I've decluttered so many, it's my Uoma. Like my Uoma foundation makes me very, very happy. She's a pretty bitch. Beautiful, beautiful red undertones. I'm not gonna actually put foundation all over my face. You about to see some shit. No, I'm just kidding. You're not gonna see any shit. Like, what I've been doing so that I can just deal with this Texas heat is just like kind of mixing a little bit of my foundation in with my concealer and then just kind of like spreading it. That's right. So anyway, they're basically, I mean, I just feel like this government is very much, and this is a thing, this is like very, very like capitalist to do, which is to pit poor against poor, like poor people against poor people, and you're all in the same boat, but to make you feel like your boat is better than another boat, like, and the thing is to find, like, my options right now, it's like, job wise, it's like, could I, like, a lot of people could have jobs right now, right, by working in essential functions, but most of those essential functions are going to be in logistics, and a lot of warehouses, no AC. And if you're in Texas, it's a gazillion degrees. It is so hot. It's like the heat index is intense, and I hate it. I hate it so much. And then imagine you're also having to wear your masks and all your PPE, so you can't even really get comfortable or get a good breath. Then you top all of that off with, you're going to be lifting heavy boxes all day and all of that stuff. And those jobs don't pay very well. Let me just throw that in. Those jobs do not pay very well. So yes, people could be working, but those jobs don't pay very well. And people have like real bills. Like that's the thing. Like you can't ask someone who literally, you can't ask somebody, people who just went from like making $45,000, $50,000 a year to just go to making $26,000. Like, are you fucking serious? I am gonna go in, I'm gonna just have to use this real weird little, cause I can't find my other brush and I swear it's probably staring me in the face, but I can't see it right now. So we're using the Marc Jacobs 3. And then you just buff it out over the rest of your face. See what I'm saying? So it's very light coverage. It's very light. It's not too much. And when I have to go out into the Texas sun, my face is not melting off. Also, I do have on sunscreen underneath all of this, so I don't want to hear any shit. Okay, thank you. So yeah, it's like this is what the government has basically been telling people. Like, well, if you want to work, this just kills me every time. If you want to work, go get a job in the essential fields. And I'm just like, I've already. Anyway, but those jobs, unless you are in management and like management positions in those fields, they do not pay a lot of money. They don't. And it's hourly. And on top of that, there's a lot of mandatory overtime. And for those of you that don't know and have not worked in logistics, when you have mandatory overtime, if you can't stay, you get like points deducted, and that also makes it more difficult for you to stay employed. Because like most places have a set number of points that you can get, and they do roll off, but even though those points roll off, the point of the matter is that you're getting them, and that fucking sucks. Because like if you have kids or whatever, and then they call mandatory overtime, you're supposed to just drop everything and be there. You guys, I have the Mented bronzer. I got mine in Yacht Life. This is the tits. This bronzer is just stunning. It's stunning. Let me just show this to you. When Mented said that they were launching these, I had to get it because I love Mented. I love them so much. And this bronzer is my life, okay? Just, do you see that beautiful tone? Bitch. Okay, anyways. Sorry, I reached my maximum level of recording, you guys. This is such a stunning bronzer. Like, I'm gagging. It's so beautiful. I just love this bronzer with my whole entire heart. Like the entirety of my heart loves this bronzer. You guys, don't get jealous. Don't be sad. You can have one too. So that's what's going on in the world of unemployment. It's like, and also I'm really mad at how much I love these Rephr brushes, because every time I put this on my face, it's just like, do you see how I look like I'm bald? It's because I shoved all my hair up underneath here so I could film. All right, anyway, don't worry about the bald. I do have hair. I'm not going bald. I just shoved everything up there. Listen. So that's what's going on there. I have so many it's weird. I think the weirdest thing about all of this is like some of the most amazing things for my YouTube are happening. And I just I have deep love for that. And it's like so crazy to me. And then I'm growing as a person, which I know, what? A person? Yes, I am growing as a person. I just love her. I want to marry her and have her baby. She's so pretty. Okay, I'm done. No, am I? No, I'm not. I love you, bitch. Okay, so, sorry. I'm going to cut that out. Am I? We don't know. Okay, we're going to go in with this Marc Jacobs blush because I completely forgot to when I was doing my last Get Ready With Me with the Marc Jacobs stuff. So this is actually a really, really pretty blush and I love her. So we're gonna do that marriage shit. Just kidding. You know I don't want to get married. But it's just weird because all these like fabulous, fantastic, I like to do this. It's, look how pretty. Look how pretty. I go in with this one first and I dot. This blush is absolutely stunning. Can you believe this shit? Like, anyway, I gotta stop acting like so crazy right now. Got me looking so crazy right now. Okay, I'm done. It has been weird that like all these fabulous things have been happening to me in my YouTube. I guess it's a career, my YouTube channel. I don't know what to call it. My YouTube, my time on YouTube, my utopia. It's a weird thing because it's like all of this, like I feel like some of this wouldn't have been able to happen had I been working. But maybe it would have, like, I really don't know the answer to that. But it is just all around kind of a crazy deal because I'm looking and I'm just like, would I be able to do all of this and push out this much content if I had a full-time job? I don't know how some of them do it. And I say that like I didn't do that. I think I was doing that. Not as much, but I feel like I was putting out a lot of content. Somebody who's been here for a while, like, let me know. Am I crazy? Like, wasn't I doing that? I feel like I was. Like my channel has grown so much and it's so weird. Like it's awesome, but it's also weird. Like I'm very happy, but it's also so strange. Cause I don't know what to do with all of y'all. It makes me seem like such a weird, I just don't I'll wake up. I had to finally, change the way my notifications were set up for when I drop a video because I finally had to give myself permission to I guess it was different. Back in the day, I could answer every comment. Like that was just like a thing I could do. And now it's like not like that. And it stressed me out immensely. And now I finally had to just go, Audra, you're one human and it is okay. And so I don't do that anymore. I let that go. I let go of that pride. And I just went, like, I just do my thing. I answer what I can when I can. And I'm fine with that. Like I'm okay with that. That is acceptable. So I've changed my notifications and I just go in at whatever time is easiest for me. I just go in and then I reply to comments as I can. So it's just, I don't know, it's been weird. I feel like I've said this before, but it has been a very weird deal in that, like, I've been getting PR, which, what? It's like crazy to me because I like never thought I would be in a position to ever get PR, like ever. So that's weird. And then it like got me to thinking about like, oh God, I don't want to be on a lot of PR lists. I mean, I don't think that that's going to happen, but it did make me think about it. Because I not because it's like, oh, I'm undeserving. Like it's not that, it's more, I just, really get a little bit stressed about that. Oof, bitch. This Danessa Myricks wet balm is like this duet. It's duet. And I always call it everything but duet. But baby Jesus, every time I use this, I end up just feeling like an absolute stunning ass queen. And you can't tell me shit. Like you cannot. I mean, who's going to tell me? Are you going to argue with me when I'm glowing like this? Okay, anyway, sorry. But yeah, it has been a little interesting, a little weird, and made me think about PR, and it's also made me like think about like how to like kind of proceed. Like I had to stop spreading myself so thin. I have, however, been able to use this time as well to learn how to be better about taking care of myself and my mental health, which was something I really was terrible at, which is why I think a lot of times I would stay at jobs that just were making me just like absolutely stunningly miserable. and were destroying every ounce of mental health that I had. I was being foolish. If I'm gonna be completely honest, like I was just being foolish. Like I just felt very much like, oh no, like I gotta get this money and I gotta do this and I think one good thing that's come out of all of this is I have finally started to realize that like my mental health, it is important. It is important for me to be mentally healthy and okay, and that's a thing. Also, I finally was able, like, this might seem stupid to a lot of y'all, but like, it's not stupid to me. I love wearing long ass nails. I love it. I had always been afraid to because of the stigma attached with being black and wearing very long nails. There was just such a stigma, like long, bejeweled, just such a stigma attached to it. Like, oh, you're so ghetto. Well, honey, like, get the fuck out of here. I'm not ghetto. And, I don't even know what ghetto is, to be honest, because what are we deciding? What's ghetto? Because I feel like there's a lot of stuff that was ghetto that people are just like currently doing now as trends, so I'm not trying to hear that shit anymore. But I love it. I just love it. I love how my hands look. I like how like expressive I can be with my hands, bitches. Like, ugh, that's very exciting. I'm loving that as a human, as a person. I'm liking that I'm getting to enjoy that part of my life. And it was a part of my life I always really wanted to take part in. So it's nice that I'm finally able to do so and I don't feel any like real stress over it. I gotta stop doing blue liner all the time. I say to myself every time I do blue liner and then like I can't stop. I can't wait until I get the rest of my JD Glow order. Like, I think that shit went on back order and they just like didn't say anything. Like when I ordered it, it seemed like it was in stock and then like, where is it now? All right, I did not talk while putting on my liner because, you know, it's liner, what you think. This is still drying. I just like, I can't stop doing that, so I don't want to hear any shits. Another great thing has been watching the beauty community tag, just like literally, like it's just going so phenomenally well. The amount of creators who have done it and are just calling out people, and like some of y'all are here because y'all have seen that tag. It's so freaking cool. Because it's just like a great way for us to all be able to just really share each other in a way. And I think it's just nice that the beauty community can, you know, come together and show each other off, you know what I mean? Because like there are so many people where I'm just like, oh my God, I can't believe you don't know who this creator is. You know what I mean? And some of y'all have shared creators that I didn't know, and I've run into new folks, and then also just watching everybody grow. I'm hoping that by the time this is done, Lacey has the spooky lips and fat hips. By the time this airs like it's TV. By the time this video goes up, that's how you can tell how old I am. By the time this video goes up, I'm hoping that you guys will be able to see that Lacey has hit 15K subscribers. And if she already has, congratulations, boo! But if not, go subscribe. I will have her information below, either way. So that's been cool as shit. Like Abby Williams, like it's just, there's so many people, and it's just, I don't even want to name anybody because I don't want anybody to feel left out because, oh my God, there's so many people who are just like killing it right now. And it's super exciting. Like to me, it's a very exciting time. It's a very exciting, tumultuous, scary time. Very exciting, tumultuous, scary time. I mean, do I stay all yellow or do I just dip into like a little bit of like some other color? I feel like I dip into a little bit of some other color. You know what I mean? Like, does it hurt? You know what? We're gonna stay on this yellow chip. We're gonna stay here. We're gonna use this entire palette. Almost, I feel. We're just gonna stay here. All right. It has been fun watching the community grow. At the same time, it has been very scary watching the country just kind of bloop. I feel like that's the literal sound that the country is making collectively currently at this point. It's just like boop, and we're all just kind of looking. So here's hoping that something good comes out of all of this mess. I don't know if it will, but a girl can dream. A girl can certainly dream. Doesn't mean anything good's gonna happen from it, but she can dream. What I wanna do is just, I wanna just use a little bit of this blue and see, just like kind of right over here. So I'm wondering if we've covered all topics, you know what I mean? Like the community is growing and thriving and it's quite beautiful and lovely for the most part. And then, you know, the world is crumbling. I mean, it's not like the world isn't crumbling. I do have a 5-year plan with which to exit. I feel very confident about that. Maybe I've just never been a good American, who knows? But I grew up overseas and it's just, I have a different perspective and I think I'd like to go back. No, I know I would. I'd like to go back. So y'all don't let me win the lottery because listen, just know that if I'm like off of YouTube for like 3 weeks, that I have won the lottery and I am currently moving to a new place. Like that's where it is. Like I've won the lottery, I'm moving to a new country, don't be alarmed. And then I'll just show up with a whole new everything and be like, hi. That would be my ass. I was like, hi, I'm now in London. Like I decided to start here until I figure out where I'm gonna make my home base. The Pledge of Allegiance was super weird as a kid and I continue to feel that as an adult. Anyway, I am growing as a person. I am still job hunting. Let's make sure we've covered all the bases so that I don't forget anything. Like I'm still job hunting. Also, fun new thing. I have made so many amazing YouTube friends. And I have to say YouTube friends specifically because I kind of want it known that like, well, not known, but like, you guys, I know a lot of people on YouTube. No, I just kind of want it known that like, you can actually have real, true friends that you made on YouTube. It's cool. Like you've met people from YouTube. I've made some really good friends and it's amazing. Like these are people that should we ever be able to get to a point where we can actually be within distance of each other, then like I would get out of my introverted little bubble and like go out and meet them and hang out, and I feel like it would be bomb. So like I'm excited for that shit. So anyway, we're ready and yeah, I'm ready to film whatever I've got next with all the hair. What do you guys think? Do you think I look kind of like okay? Do I look good? I liked everything. I was actually very surprised by this Prisma Libre. Like it's doing a lot to make my face just look very smooth, but it's like, I felt very nice with just wearing it, but you know, since we were getting ready and I'm gonna film some shit, like I thought I'd be like, what boo? What boo? Exactly. All right, so I hope that we had some fun just trying some products, playing with some of my new makeup, and also randomly talking about whatever the fuck it is I'm talking about. I don't know if I made any points whatsoever, but you know, I'd like a PlayStation 5. That's neither here nor there. All right, guys, thank you so much for listening to me just talk about nothing and everything all at once. Here's hoping that something comes through soon for all of you. I hope you're being safe out there. Huge shout out to my patrons. Thank you guys so much, without whom I really wouldn't be able to continue doing this. And I just love hanging out with you guys so much. I would do this anyway, you know, I would. Thank you. All right, that's enough. That's enough. It's time for me to go. I've been talking forever. Until next time, guys, deuces!